criminal who hurt
That's
my
not
sister.
her, Ida. That can... Yes! Dad, go!
Oh.
Woman, this is not a toy. This is All Might. Because he is here. Do you like that? Okay. Hello, all you beautiful, wonderful anime fans. Shelby here, and today is a new reaction episode of My Hero Academia, episode 17, season 2. This one is Hero Killer. Jesus! Katara! God, this is not for you! God. Okay. This episode is Hero Killer Stain versus UA students. I know it's been like 3 months since I did my hero content. I am back to reacting. If you watched my Kaiju number 8 reaction yesterday, I am going back to it. Had a lot of different reasons to. I'm not going to go fully into it here, so if you want that full thing, you can go to my Kaiju number 8 video reaction and watch it, or I could do like I might do like a small little video before these come out, maybe, and just kind of say what I'm doing. I might do that. And so, of course, we have to bring back the bring back the All Might plushie, because he is here. I'm very excited. When I did the poll, I asked if people wanted me to finish My Hero Season 2 or do something else. A lot of people wanted me to do Season 2, finish Season 2. So, here we are. I'm going to finish Season 2 of My Hero, and then I might either do Heaven Official's Blessing or Has Been Hotel. I might just jump into Season 2 of Has Been Hotel by that point. But we'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. Maybe when I get closer to finishing this, I'll do another poll and see which one you guys would want me to do. So, but yeah. So don't forget to go subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and go check out my other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Patreon, Etsy, all that fun stuff. And we're going to jump right on into episode, I think I said 17, of My Hero Academia. Season 2. Lego. By the way, oh no, you know what, before I forget, in the comments, do not give me any spoilers for the current season, because we have not watched it yet, because we're waiting for the dub. At least get some dub ahead before we start watching it. So, don't give me anything, and also, check out my Bakugo shirt. I'm a Bakugo. Favorite My Hero character. Can't tell me otherwise. Just saying. Don't remember where I was. Ah! Shit! Never mind. Remember now. Remember now. Just kidding. I forgot how creepy these Nomus are. Sorry, but Gran Torino, do you not know Deku already at this point? You told him to stay there. You clearly don't know him very well. He doesn't know him very well already. Not yet. He's not just gonna stay there. Like, come on. Everybody knows that. For this to be ending. I think that's why I'm also delaying watching it, because I don't want it to end. So I am like dreading it. Oh, it's been a while since I've watched any of My Hero. Dude, Deku could be kind of cool. I think he has moments of being really cool. I'm just throwing that out there. I think he does.
For calling!
He did it!
Totally got this!
Oh. That Midoriya is actually starting to be able to use his quirk. Like, he still can't use it at 100% without hurting himself, but he is now at least starting to, like, be able to use it without fully injuring himself. Like, he at least can use it and not have that fear. He has to be careful, but I like how slow it takes him to actually be able to use it. Like, he doesn't just get one for all, and just immediately have to do that. Like, he doesn't just get it and then immediately is like, oh, figured it out. Like, it takes him several seasons to really be able to use it, even 100%. I want to say he doesn't really start hurting himself anymore until after season 3, I think. I don't really remember him hurting himself much in 4. And really going forward, it's only like if he actually gets injured from another person is when that happens. But I like that it takes progress, or takes like time. And even now, he could use it Just not at his full power, but he can use it. And I do like that.
Oh, look.
Why is he in Hosu?
Isn't it obvious? I came because I'm a hero.
Do you want me to clap for that? And
No!
oh. Mario, why are you just standing there?
Hosu City. Guys who look like Nomu. Ida. Hosu. Where the hero killer attacked. Don't tell me.
Damn it. What are these things?
Midoriya has finally put the pieces together as to why Ida went there. And now that makes sense why he's no longer there anymore.
Though they are not as strong as the one from the USJ attack.
Give them to me.
Why?
Please?
Because I don't like that arrogant hero killer you brought in.
Because I don't like that guy.
Experience.
Once this night is over, the world will have forgotten you ever existed. Hero killer.
Yeah, about that, Shigaraki. About that.
You damaged his spine and paralyzed him from the waist down. He's never gonna be able to work as a pro hero again.
I don't remember him getting stabbed.
Incredible.
I don't remember him getting stabbed like that.
So busy with your grudge, you forgot about him. You plan on using your quirk only for yourself. You're completely blinded by a selfish desire for revenge. You're about as far away from being a hero as I can imagine.
You know, I can see where he's coming from here. Yes, Ida is using it as revenge, and he did for a second forget about the guy being there. But also, I'm like, Ida is still a kid. So it's like, you can't fully blame him for his mindset wanting revenge right now. If he was an adult or an actual pro hero, maybe he wouldn't have taken it so far like he is right now. But I feel like this show does well at sometimes being like, oh, right, they're kids. You know what I mean? Like, they are kids. At the end of the day, these kids are kids. And they are going to make these mistakes. But I think they would rather them make the mistakes now versus when they are actually pro heroes. So now Ida is going to learn from this mistake and progress further. But I do get what Stain kind of says here too, because he is choosing to do this. He left his own company he was working with. He abandoned them to go do this. He kind of seems like he kind of forgot about the other guy that's there. You know, he does make wrong decisions here. Also saying that he would kill him, stuff like that. Like, that's really not something a hero should say. But also, Bakugo goes around yelling, I'm gonna kill you! So, like, that part doesn't really... But the rest of it makes sense here to me. I just... It's hard because... It's really hard to be too mad at Ida here just because of the fact that he is still a kid. And that is his brother, somebody that he looks up to and admires. So I get him being this upset. Let's not hurt Ida. That can... Yes! Dad, go!
Who's there?
Zuko Midoriya! Ow! I hurt my hand. Yes! I kind of forgot he shows up. I couldn't remember if it was him or Todoroki first.
I have to do something. Guys like Nomu are running wild. The same place the hero killer appeared. I don't want to even imagine.
I also don't blame Deku for this either. I feel like, if anything, Deku is a little bit more in the right. He chose to go after Gran Torino because he was worried about the Nomu that attacked the school. He's like, if that Nomu is as strong as that one is, I don't want Torino to do this alone. So that's why he leaves the train in the first place, is to go do that. So that makes sense. I don't blame him for making that decision. And then, once he starts to learn, okay, Ida is no longer with the person he was working with. He apparently went on his own during all of this, and then starts to make the connection of the hero killer and the Nobu. Makes the connection that, okay, this is why he came here now. He now understands that. I think he makes the right call going after Tenya, because Tenya is a child, still a kid. He's probably alone right now. Probably facing hero killer right now. If he chose to go after Gran Torino, Ida might have been dead. You know what I mean? So it's like, he could have just stayed by himself, but yet he chose to go after. So I think Midoriya does more of the hero aspect of it. I feel like Midoriya did not do this for himself or whatever. He did this to save a friend and nothing more. It wasn't for his quirk, popularity, it wasn't anything. It was, he was worried about his friend. And I think that makes it more justified versus what Ida was doing. He has to use his quirk right now because he has no choice. Like, he has no choice but to use his quirk. That's why I don't think him or Todoroki should get, you know, because I do know they get into a little bit of trouble after this, but I don't really think those two should have gotten in any trouble. If anything, it should have been Ida, just because of the fact that he is kind of the one who started this. He is the one that chose to go do this. But these two also didn't have to go find him and do this. They chose to in order to help their friend, and knew they were just going to get in the way of the other pro heroes. So they chose to go look for somebody who wasn't being looked for. Right? Like, so that, I think they did the hero thing.
I had some stats about the hero killer. Most of his victims were found where there weren't many people. So, in order to find you, I needed to search far away from the panic, in the back alleys of Hosu City. Let's go!
Damn, Midoriya! Using that noggin!
But I have a duty
Like,
to
it's
kill
what
him
it
and this so-called pro. When your friend chose to fight me, it guaranteed that the weaker of us would be culled.
Ew. Midoriya!
Eyes of a fanatic.
That's terrifying. We know who he just texted.
Things I'd like to say, but they'll have to wait. All Might was right, though. Meddling when you don't need to is the essence of being a hero!
Yeah! That's right! Deku didn't have to show up, but he did.
Watch the blades!
He's gone? No.
A 5%!
Go Midoriya!
Detroit!
Oh, damn!
What? These movements. He's flying around like Bakugo does.
Yes! Bakugo! Thank you! Thank you!
Someone else to get in my way. Today's been full of distractions.
Midoriya, you need to give more details in times like this. I was almost too late to stop this guy.
Icy hot!
You have good friends in Genium, or you did.
Oh.
His sword. He threw it at the same time as the knife.
Ew! Oh, that's creepy. Don't lick his face.
He's strong.
Don't lick his face.
Rookie mistake.
Come get me then.
Oh!
You're
Oh,
good,
God.
kid. Unlike him.
Watch out!
Oh, Midoriya!
This quirk could be less effective the more people he uses it on. The amount ingested could play into how long it works. Or there could even be a difference based on a person's blood type.
Yep.
If it's the last one, my blood type is B. I'm type A.
Thwart me from behind. Sound like a plan?
You want us to take a pretty big risk. Okay. We can protect them.
I love watching the lightning around Deku.
We can protect.
If the hero killer is following his pattern, we know where he'll show up next, and we'll be there to stop him. We're taking a work trip to Hosu.
And if he didn't go to his dad's agency, he wouldn't have been there.
It's so simple. But I still needed someone to show me.
It's yours!
Yay, Deku!
Get him!
Oh, Oh god, that's terrifying.
Become the hero he wanted you to be!
Yes, Todoroki, tell him! To do what Midoriya did for him. Midoriya kind of did the same thing for Todoroki. Like, he helped him understand that though this quirk is your father's, technically, you got it from him, that doesn't mean it's his quirk. It means it's yours. Like, the quirks are still yours, and just because it's like your father's doesn't mean it is your father's quirk. And he needed that wake-up call to be able to use both sides at full power. And I love this art too, because I love the fact that Deku helped Todoroki. Todoroki helped Ida. In both similar instances of Todoroki could tell the face of Ida because of his past. So he knew something was going to happen and was on the lookout for that. And so I like that they kind of did that trickle down of, you know, Deku helped Todoroki, Todoroki helps Ida. And I mean, technically so does Deku. Deku as well helps Ida kind of learn and figure that out too. It's not just Todoroki. But I enjoy the fact that it is them both who help him, specifically, who are there, because it works, right? It makes sense. Like I said, I get why Ida is mad. Obviously, he has every right to be mad. He has every right to want the sense of revenge, too. But I think the difference here is that when he shows up, his first instinct is to get revenge on the hero killer. Like, he almost barely even acknowledges the fact that there's another hero there. And Deku's first reaction is save Ida, and then once he realizes there's another hero, he immediately wants to help that hero too. His focus isn't even to fully actually fight Stain. He was originally hoping to just grab Ida and go. Like, that wasn't going to be his instinct until he sees the other hero and he's like, I can't carry both of them. And then he realizes he might have to fight. And, you know, he does it out of the act of wanting to help Ida and help the other hero. And, you know, Stain notices that it's different. That's why he was actually going to keep Midoriya alive, because he noticed Deku was worthy to be a hero, it seemed like. And it could be kind of because he mentions All Might several times while fighting him, but it still makes sense. Same for Todoroki. Todoroki gets a text that, you know, just a random cryptic text from Deku, and is like, what the hell? And tells his father, like, hey, go to this location, I think something's happening. And goes to do this because he knows something's wrong. Deku wouldn't just randomly send his location if there wasn't something wrong. So he goes into action and does everything right too. I think both Deku and Todoroki acted truly like pro heroes. They both acted how they should have. And again, I get why Ida acts the way that he does. I get why he's mad. I get it. But at the same time, when it comes to you trying to be a hero, his actions were not the best. But Deku and Todoroki's were. They had the mindset of a hero. Ida had the mindset of a kid and a younger brother. Like, he let go of that hero family difference there. And though it's very justified, in other eyes, it's not. And ends up paying that price for it. But I also forget really just how smart Deku is. Deku was able to understand and remember things about the hero killer to be like, okay, he normally goes into places where there's not a lot of people, so I need to get away from all of this to go find potentially where he is. And actually was able to find them. And then even figures out his quirk. Like, he was like, there's 3 possibilities why I am free and they're not. And actually ended up having one of them be correct. And because Midoriya's quirk is 0, or type 0, or not quirk, blood is type 0, it doesn't work on him. It does for somebody else. So I kind of forget just how smart Deku is. Like, he is actually very, you know, his brain is like always going, and he's very knowledgeable in that. But I love the stuff with Stain, because I think it kind of gives Ida a little bit of a character arc and development here, and I think it also kind of reminds you too, like, okay, they are kids. You know, like, you're kind of like, yeah, these are children. It makes sense, you know. But I like this arc, and I actually do kind of like Hero Killer. I like Stain, especially because of what happens later in, like, seasons... I want to say 6 and 7, I feel like he kind of plays a little bit of a part. And so I do enjoy that. But yeah. I'm very excited to keep going with this, and I'm also very sad to have My Hero be finished. I think that's why I probably haven't finished season 8, or started season 8, is because I know it's the end, and I'm kind of sad. But this episode I also don't 100%. I think one of the small percentages of me not liking this arc is because there's really no Bakugo. I don't really think we get much of Bakugo in this, and my favorite's Bakugo. But one of my other favorites is Deku and Todoroki, so I'm okay with it because of that. I love Deku and Todoroki. I love calling him Icy Hot. So, you know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode reaction of My Hero Academia. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be... episode 18, season 2, climax. I assume this might be when the fight ends, I think. But like always, I am happy you were here. Believe it.
Anyway, bye-bye.